Hey, so back for another video. This video, I think I want to talk about, first off, let me say this first. I posted my first YouTube video back in the beginning of January. Was it the end of December? Yeah, the beginning of January. And I think I did one in January, one in February. Then I think I started doing one every 2 weeks. And I have been committed to posting a video every 2 weeks. So I told myself, if I am consistent with posting a video every 2 weeks until the end of the year, then I will invest into buying some type of camera, because I just use my phone now. There's no reason to buy a camera when I am when I'm just starting. And so right now I am in our studio, but I use it as my husband's studio. I use it as an office to do work and to do some telehealth sessions. I blur out the back. But anyway, so while I'm soaking my right hand, because I am soaking my nails off, I don't get my nails done often because, one, I hate sitting for that long and I have anything to do with my hands. I don't know, I'm weird like that. And two, it's just spending like $150, $160 just to get French tip on my fingers and my toes and manicure, pedicure. I just cannot. There's nothing in me that wants to pay for that consistently. So I got my nails done before we went to our 2nd year anniversary, which is a while ago. My nails have been on for too long. But I just have not had the chance to soak them off. Anyway, so while I'm soaking my right hand off in between sessions, I'm gonna talk to y'all. This video probably is gonna be more about how it has been transitioning from being a single mother. It was just me and Yas for so many years, until getting married and then taking on, being a wife, 2 more kids. It has been a transition. There has been beautiful things about it, and there has been some things that has, let me put my hand down, that has been a transition. So, of course, being a single parent, like a for real single parent, I don't mean a co-parent, I don't mean your other parent you having opportunities from break because the other parent is keeping their child as well. But when I say single parent, I mean single parent. I mean my child only was not at home if like she was spending the night of my sister here and there, or her grandmother, my mom from time to time, but really just going to her grandmother's house and my sister's house from time to time. But like day in, day out, me. Homework, helping with homework, and me. Getting to and from school, me. Any other activities, me. Emotional support, me. She got in trouble, me. So going from that and then getting married and adding 2 more kids, it has been a transition because I was already burnt out from like being a single parent. 2 things can live at once. One, you can love your child, and you can also be exhausting from parenting. So adding that in, adding 2 more kids, there were transitions and things that were added to my plate that I necessarily wasn't prepared for. And you can prepare for things, but you don't honestly know the impact until you're actually into something. So with that being said, as a mother, as a mom, as a wife, I have had to learn in the past year of, for real, like, I need to put myself first, because if I'm giving so much of myself and there's nothing left for myself, I'm going to show up exhausted, burnt out, irritated at times, frustrated at times. And there could even be resentment that starts to come up when you're not taking care of yourself. No one is going to take care of you but you. So this past year, with me going through with what I went through last year, has really made me reflect on how can you take care of yourself before you pour into other people. And while I am still adjusting to that, and while I'm still figuring it out, me learning to speak up for myself, and I'm a person, I think from a small kid, I've always had a sense of feeling kind of obligated to do things and to help people out. And I have a kind heart too. So going from a person who was doing it all by myself and still being available to other people and then getting married and then adding more kids, it did kind of burn me out more than I was before. So I have spent some time reflecting on what does that mean for me? How can I pour into myself first so that I can be the best version to myself before to anybody else? And then how can I be the best wife and the mother? Everything else comes after that. Everything else comes after that. Is me and God, is me and my husband, and then it's us and the kids. And everybody else comes after that. And if you understand it, you understand it. If you don't, if you are a follower of Christ and you believe in the dynamic of how things should be, then you will understand what I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, things of pouring into myself. So I've started to do things here and there, but I'm still on a journey of going through that. And if anybody can relate to that, maybe you can express too, like where I can come back and read it, like what you've done for yourself. And even though I am a therapist, I am not a therapist who thinks that I am an expert on all of these things. I might know more than the client that's coming in. I might know more than some people that are in the same field as me. And they might know more about other things. But all of that to say, I'm not a person that thinks that I'm above receiving information that could be helpful. Will I always take the information? Not necessarily, because I am a person who aligns with what God wants me to do, and what should be done for me, because I am different than the next person. So, but yeah, on the journey of figuring out what that means to me, I want to start. I've always wanted to be a person who was part of like a runner's group, because I've always loved to walk and jog. Track is my favorite sport. So I think I'm going to sign up for probably a 5K for the St. Jude. I think that's in December. So that'll be my first thing. I'm going to start training for that. And I know that's like the first, I think like the first tier or whatever you want to call it, as part of a marathon. But I eventually want to be one of those people that travels and goes to marathons and support the cause. But yeah, so that's the first thing that I am going to start training for this summer. Of course, if I can have a trip here and there. And then on a daily thing, I'm an introvert, so I need to refresh myself by being by myself for not most of the time, but sometimes. So what that means is I will have to, or I am figuring out what does that look like to make sure that I do have that time for myself outside of family, work, and all of the things. But yeah, so those are the beginnings of what I'm trying to figure out on how to pour into myself first before I pour into other people. Other people being the ones that's in my home, and then everything else that comes after. But yeah, this is the first video on me journeying into the figuring out what that means for me. But yeah, it'll probably be more videos like this, I'm not sure yet, but I just wanted to give a little update on what that looks like for me. And I'm not sure exactly what this page will be, but I do know that I love my family, love God, I love fashion, and I love to travel. So it could be a little bit of here and there. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I'm just being led by what God wants me to do with this page. So if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.